team is
Good
banning.
evening, everyone. Welcome to the Colt Esports presents monthly playoffs powered by Colt Esports. Obviously, we
Your
can
team
figure
is
that out from the
banning.
name. You've been hearing me say that again and again all throughout the tournament. This is the 15th day that we're in the tournament, and it's the lower bracket semi-finals. The winner of this match, of this best of three matchup, will fight with Ryzen
Your
Esports
team is
in yet
banning.
another best of three match to figure out which one of them will move in the upper bracket grand finale match against Sub Dragon for that winning prize. Now, since we've got the teams Ryuga Esports on the left side and Zodiacs on the right side, we shall jump right into the draft as you will spectate this match with me, Skadiat, and my co-caster, Z.
Yo guys, what's up,
Your
fan?
team
The drafts, they're pretty good, I'm gonna say, Scared Yet. Like, it's Saber and Balman getting banned from the side of Team Ryuga Esports, while Team Zodiacs is banning Popol as well as that Xborg. They don't want any of that messy heroes on the field. So, most of the OP heroes, except for Kaja, of course, have been banned out. So, I think it's gonna be Kaja getting picked as well as Matilda from the side of Team Zodiacs, while I don't know why, but Ryuga Esports, they opted out for Aparats as the first pick. Skater, do you think that was illogical?
um, they've been following the draft that they have shown us in the previous matches. That's gonna be the silver hook on his shoe. Zodiacs did not ban that show out of respect, and I'm extremely surprised. And that's honestly a very questionable decision, in my opinion. But then again, we've got the show. We have got the Yuzhong, a very tanky team from Ryuga Esports. Now, they've been going with the Bharat's Hyper again and again, even in the previous matches. They won against Renegade Esports with the Bharat's
your
Hyper
team is
2-0.
banning.
So they are
Yeah,
going with that same mindset.
yeah, like I kind of respect having a complete, like, skill set planned out, like a set plan for a match. But I would say that spamming the same thing again and again, it kind of loses its versatility because with the people, the enemy you're playing against, they're seeing the picks that you're doing,
Your team
and
is
they can easily
banning.
formulate counter for it. Like I would say. The Baras is gonna have a hard time against that Lunox because Lunox can easily melt down that tanky hero. So I think it's gonna be hard for that Baras, but
Your team is
I don't know why, but Silverhawk's show, man, it didn't get banned for some reason because I don't know why, but
picking.
like from day one, Scared Yet, like we were the first one who were like kind of saw his show from the first row, right? And we were caught by surprise that how good of a show he is. And that show not getting banned, it's kind of surprising, but let's see what Zodiacs roll with. Huh? What do you think?
Absolutely. The reason why they didn't ban that show out was because they had Phobius in their lineup and they have secured it. But I must say, that's four magic damage dealers. They would need someone with the physical damage, most probably a Granger. They can go for a Roger as well. And they have got those assassins, Lancelot, Hayabusa. But then again, either a Granger or a Roger. They're gonna go with that Roger, which they have been picking all throughout the tournament. Zodiac's draft is much more tilted towards that magic damage, while looking at Ryuga Esports, they've got only YBE and the other heroes are just physical damage dealers. So, looking at the draft, Zine, who are you going to place your bets on? Will it be the Silverhawk Chow or will it be the Zodiacs?
Yeah, man, I think I'm gonna go with my boy Silverhawk because I respect him. I even in the current meta, Joe is not a like S tier hero, and he can still make Joe work. So I'm gonna put my respect down for him, and I'm gonna support Team Ryuga Esports. But basically, scared at the people who are placing the bets. It's basically a match between physical and magical damage in it. So, who are you guys gonna support? Are you guys gonna support that magic team that is Zodiacs, or are you gonna go for that brute physical team that is Team Ryuga Esports? Scared yet? Who are you gonna support?
Well, we will see. I would go with the Zodiacs for now. That lineup seems much more solid than Ryuga Esports. But we'll figure out which team will get the first victory and the lead in this match as we are in the Land of Dawn. It's gonna be Ryuga on the blue side up against Zodiacs on the red side. Everyone in the comment section, like the stream, share it with your friends. We are gonna witness the Silver Hawk show, and I am hyping him up again and again for a specific reason. But then again, we know that Stoner plays Matilda very good. He gets his teammate out from very tricky positions as well. So Zodiacs are very strong. You've got the votes in front of you. Just select which team you want to see as the victor in this match, and let's jump right into the rotations as both team playing very safe. Roger just wants to go and get his buffs, but since Ryuga, they have got that Barats, I would say that they have got that early advantage. Though Lunox is there in Zodiacs, she can shred down Barats fairly easily. But then again, she needs Clock of Destiny and Lightning Trenchant to get online.
Yeah, obviously she does need her core items, but I would say that it's kind of like, a comfort pick versus meta pick. Because if you look at Zodiac's picks, it's completely meta-oriented, Scariat. Won't you say so? Because we got that Lunox, we got that Kaja, and all the amazing meta heroes currently running. And I think Roger is taking a ton of gold from the top lane tower, and Yuzong, he dealt some damage to them, but now they recovered. And both the teams, they're making their way for the turtle. So are we going to see a huge ass fight, or is it going to be like...
Whoa. Bloody Face will help Saurav to get the first blood on that Matilda. And now since we've got the first blood, guys, we will be dropping those redemption codes in the stream. Make sure to stay tuned and get those redemption codes, get those diamonds as soon as possible. And Yuzhong going with a petrified knockup combo yet again. Flicker being used up by Kaja. He does not have his dash anymore. Yuzhong will jump in the turret. We might see a divine judgment. No, Matilda comes at clutch, giving the shield to Kaja. Berserker stays alive, but bottom lane, Zodiac know the priority hero. They shut down Silverhawk.
Yeah, like the hyper legit, he just went straight from the turtle lane to the bot lane to shut down our boy Silverhawk. Not our, but like I'm kind of putting my bets on him. So yeah, it's basically me versus Scariat going on head to head. I'm supporting Team Ryuga while Scariat is supporting Team Zodiac. And as we were talking, the Chargers takes down the Phobius with the help of Yi. Now, he came in clutch with his revenge boomerang. Like, you kill me, I kill you. That just happened. And now it's basic rotation going on. Roger farming his way, because we all know that Roger is not much of an asset in the early game, but in the late game he turns into a beast and, dominates the shit out of the game. And now he's just farming. And are we going to see a little gang going on in the bot lane? Yes. Bharat's moving in with his team, trying to get a hit on Lunox popping her dark side ulti. Bharat's with the second skill, and no, I don't think there's anything gonna happen. So, Scariat, what are your opinions?
For now, Zodiacs would want to just, keep poking with that Matilda, but we'll talk about that later, as Kufra would want to go in for that engage. Sooner is half his HP. It's gonna be a disengage from Ryuga Esports. Now, yes, back to the question. I feel like that for the early game, since Ryuga are running with that Baras, they are running with the Cho, Yuzhong, YVE, they will be having the early advantage. They will be having that tankiness. And the poke will come from YVE. But as the game will approach the late game mark, Lunox will start to hurt. Roger will start to hurt. And it will totally depend on Blurry Face, Tyrant's revenge to get those, to get those setups for his teammates, just so they can jump in on those team fights. Now we can see second turtle being started by Ryuga Esports right away.
Yeah, but from what I judge, that right now as the game is progressing, Ryuga Esports, they won't get the complete taste of, okay, I think Stoner is gonna get picked off by the Barats, but no, Saurav could not kill the Stoner, and he manages to survive, and it's just, they're kind of putting some pressure on the mid lane, Scariat. But as I was saying, like, Ryuga Esports, they're not actually experiencing the full potential of Team Zodiacs right now. And oh my god, as we were talking, their dark side being caught by Lunox, and oh my god, Silverhawk coming in with the clutch and taking that Lunox down. Oh my god, Scariat. Did I put my bet on the right person? Did I do that? Oh my god, Divine Judgment coming in from Kaja on that Barats, but the Barats manages to survive with his insane tankiness, and no, Barats takes a kill on Stoner and the Matilda gets killed by that Barats, and now they're just retreating, disengaging. So it's not looking too good for Zodiac right now, Skadiet.
I would say that yes, they would want to wait for the mid and late game. We are approaching the mid game part. Look at that. The knockup, he goes in with the way of the dragon, but he could not land at a perfect way as Roger Hill managed to escape as he was inside his own turret. As we will approach the mid and late game, Phobius will start to come online. He will start to hurt. Though his rotation in the previous team fight was slower compared to Silverhawk, which led to Lunox being dead without any revenge being taken from Zodiac. But as we will see the fights near the Lord, near that neutral objective, we will see Phobius jumping into those team fights and disrupting the backline, especially that show, especially that YBE. So that's going to be very dangerous for Ryuga Esports because they have absolutely no way of dealing with that Phobius in that situation, as the Jeet Kundo, the Shunpo, as well as the jump knockup from Dragon and Kufra's Tyrant's Rage, they all will trigger ultimate of Phobius. The demonic grip.
Obviously they will, but right now Ryuga Esports, they are not experiencing the full potential of Team Zodiacs, and I think that was not a good idea for that Roger to jump in. And oh my god, Silverhawk taking that Roger down once again. And yeah, this time the way of the dragon, it was a success. Scared. This time it was a success. But as I was saying, like currently Ryuga Esports, they're not experiencing the full potential of Team Zodiacs, because when the mid game and the mid-late game approaches the Team Zodiacs, they'll have a huge power spike. Scared. Like you can understand, they have Lunox, Roger, Phobius, and as well as a Kaja. So all of those heroes, they're gonna get massive power spikes from the mid-late to the late game. Scared. Will you agree with my opinion? Like, do you think that it's gonna happen, or do you think the game might end a bit like before they can have their power spikes?
That is the way Ryuga Esports would want to look in this match. They want to end this game as early as possible, especially before that 12-13 minutes mark after taking the next slot. But we can see that Zodiacs are holding it perfectly well. We can see Titan and Reinhardt in the bottom side. Silverhawk goes in with his Jeet Kundo, with his Shunpo. Will just go in to defend the turret. Or will he? Oh! You cannot do that, though he will be finished off. But what? What a flick away of the dragon, Silverhawk. Though he was shut down as there was still one cannon minion in the turret remaining. But what was that?
We do that freestyle while we're in practice mode. We do that shit when we are in classic. But this guy, he has the balls to do it on the tournament. Scared yet? Like that's the like proof. That's the proof that he's an actual top player and we're not. Right? Like that
Absolutely.
Just happened.
Look at the top side, the Divine Judgment on Yu Zhong. He will not be allowed to use his Black Dragon form, as Circling Eagle will secure a kill on the Black Dragon. Top lane tier 1 will surely fall, and Zodiacs would be looking for that tier 2 as they want to get the map advantage in the Lord Pit.
In the bot lane,
No.
Destroyed the Phobius, and now I think that was not a good trade for the side of Team Ryuga Esports, because losing 2 turrets, that for 1 kill, I don't think that was a good trade. And now I think, are they gonna go for the Lord? I don't think they should. Both the teams should regroup at this moment and then move forward. So Scared it. What do you think about what do you think about both the teams having like almost same goal? Like, how is that happening with Ryuga Esports leading the charge on the kill lead?
It's actually how well Zodiacs are farming. They are not leaving those creeps, and they have got the turret. They do not have the turret advantage. Oh, okay, there comes in the Tyrant's Raid, but it's just a Matilda. Circling Eagles come in. She will be taken care of. Black Dragon form has been used. Silverhawk will be waiting in that bush to catch someone off position, but it's going to be lot time for Ryuga Esports as they have the numbers advantage. Now, back to your question. Zodiac has been farming very efficiently, and because of that goal difference not increasing, we can definitely see that as it was constant of 1k. But Silverhawk gets that shutdown in the top lane on Kaja. Lord was easily secured. by Ryuga Esports. They will be looking to push their advantage even further and would want to deny any possible farm to Zodiacs after they get in those tier 2s from this Lord attack.
Yeah, obviously, but man, I don't think, like as we were saying, I don't think that like Ryuga Esports will let Team Zodiacs breathe. They won't let them easily go to their power spike moment. So they're pressuring them down, taking down the bot lane tier 2 turret as well as the top lane tier 2 turret. So it's not looking too good for Zodiacs, is it? Scared.
For now, yes, I would say, but okay, there comes in Kupra with the Tyrant Age as well as the Tyrant Age. Real world manipulation and the chain CC will make sure that Phobius does not live to see another day. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Silverhawk was traded by Zodiac, so that's a good trade. I will say they got a major shutdown. But man, Reinhardt is being caught. He has been caught 3 times in this situation. He's gone with the Clock of Destiny, and then he is going for that full tank build. Roger has got his Endless Battle, his Wind Talker, and the Malefic Roar. I'm actually surprised he did not go for a Vorax for that early game penetration as well as movement speed after on max stat. Because he needs to go for the Demon Hunter sword as well. As you can see, there's a Kufra, there's a Yuzhong, as well as a Barats in the enemy team.
Yeah, like Ryuga Esports, they're leading the charge with a really tanky set of heroes. So I think it's either that Roger has to go for insane amount of penetration or he has to go for that Demon Hunter sword. But I really can't find a logic for why he didn't go for the War-X, because the War-X provides physical attack, movement speed, physical penetration, as well as a bit of health, if I'm not wrong. Like, it also provides HP. So I think it would have been a really good item for that Roger, but people have their comfort picks and everything. So let's just see what he does in the late game. We have already hit that 1250 mark. So it is about the time that Zodiac should be getting their power spike, hopefully. Get it?
Yes.
What do you think?
Yeah, there should be. We can see Lunox has already got the Genius Wand, Lightning Trenching, as well as the Clock of Destiny. She will start to hit like a truck. And we can see the Genius One coming in from Kaja as well. And that's going to give advantage to all 4 magic damage dealers of Zodiacs. And they will scale very hard from now, as Phobius also got his Athena Shield and the Dominance Ice. He will be able to face tank decent amount of damage from Ryuga Esports. So if they play their cards right, they will get the lead in the 5v5 team fights, and Ryuga Esports knows it. That is the sole reason they're not going in for full-fledged 5v5 fights. They go in for those pickoffs. As we can see, there's the Divine Judgment on, but as Ryuga will lose their hyper, but Kufra comes in with the massive Divine. Not Divine Judgment, the massive Tyrant's Rage. Cho gets down, Obvious as well. That's a 4-for-1 trade. Did they expend too many resources just to get a kill on Barat? I guess they surely did, as they're gonna lose the mid lane inhibitor. We might even see Ryuga ending this match right away, as Kufra is preparing for the Tyrant's Revenge. He gets it. Roger will jump in with the Lycan Pounce. He wants to clear in those minions, but look at the pace. It has been taken down. Ryuga Esports gets the win in match 1.
Okay, I shouldn't be saying this as a caster, but that was an anticlimactic ending. But I'll take it any day. But like, that was some really good plays coming in from Team Ryuga Esports carrier. Like, that trade, they traded their Barat for legit 4 of the people from Team Zodiacs, and they made it work, and they got the Nexus basically, and they won the match. Carrier, like, what was that?
From the scoreboard, we can see it's a 13-6 kill game. Just 19 kills in total, not even hitting 20. So we can see how low scoring match this was. But look at the farm of each and every person from Ryuga as well as Zodiacs. Roger with 9.1k, while Barats with 9.9. So these 2 teams were doing fairly well in the farm. I've also wanted to point out that itemization from Saurav, that is Barats, he went with the Corrosion Scythe. So I'm not a particular fan of Corrosion Scythe on Barats, but he made it work though. He was caught in the last fight, but his team got that trade of a 4-for-1 with the massive Tyrant's Rage coming in from Kufra. Real world manipulation by Ryul, And obviously, man, Yuzhong getting his knockoff with Silverhawk, getting his way of the dragon in. It was actually a very good matchup, but then again, just as I said, they did expend too many resources just to get a shutdown on that Barrage, whilst their priority should have been the YBE and the Cho. They did mess up on that, but they have got two more games to come back. They have got the next one. If they get them in, they will force a game number three, and I personally would want to see that. Now, what would you say to that?
Yeah, man. I really want the third match as well, but you know what I want. No, what I want to say, looking at the scores, we can like pretty much see that this was a really objective and target based game. Like everyone was focusing on that stuff. Like the hyper was securing the objectives, the offlaners was securing towers, getting not getting enough kills. Like they were not focusing on kills whatsoever. So this is a sign of a good match, Scary. Like in MPL or what big tournaments we don't see a lot of kills. What we see are objectives getting taken and farms being taken and stuff like that, like technical stuff. So I would say this was a good match. If the match continued for a bit longer and if the last trade did not occur, I would say that Zodiacs would have had a really good chance because they were just starting to get their power spikes. And so, yeah, they couldn't like see the end of it on one trade and it was game over for them. So that's it. That's what my speculation was for the first game. So we just have to see what the next and hopefully the next game bears for both the teams. Scary.
Absolutely. Now, everyone, I've got to ask for you guys. Please like the stream, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification. And once you hit that subscribe button, make sure to join our Discord server of Colt Esports and get that subscriber special role. Sugar Zine has it. I have it. So why don't you guys just jump onto the Discord server and get that role, as you'll be getting all the updates from Colt Esports, all the upcoming tournaments 24 hours earlier than anyone else. So just like and subscribe, hit the bell notification, and jump on the Discord to get that role. Now we'll see you in game number two. That's gonna happen in 5 minutes. So stay tuned.
Kya bolte public? It's your boy straight from the mountains, Godsmack, and welcome to match 2 of Colt Esports presents monthly playoff qualifiers for the final lower bracket. To the left we have Zodiacs, and to the right we have Rayuga Esports. What do you think about the first ban? Bharat's coming in from Zodiac. Scared.
Ab- Absolutely, Godsmack. It's gonna be Zodiacs on the blue and Ryuga on the red. The first match was won by Ryuga Esports. They're in the lead 1-0. They have the advantage, and it's a do or die match for Zodiac. So they went in to ban that Barats, to deny that pick to Saurav, who actually did extremely well on that Barats in the previous match, and they are gonna take away Popol as well. Valmont and Xbox being denied. Mathilda is open, Kaja open, Saber is still open. Do you think Zodiacs will go for a Mathilda yet again?
They can definitely go for the Matilda, and obviously the cards is also open. Or it could be a denial ban coming in. Maybe they could go for Chow, and they're going for Saber, a very unique kind of pick. You can't say anything about Saber unless you have seen the picks of the opponent team. So it's a very shady pick for now.
Absolutely, and looks like Ryuga will directly go in with the Yu Zhong, the hero that they picked in the previous match. Though he was not very shiny in the previous match, he played extremely well, handled his lane very well, and came into the team fights whenever it was necessary. And now Bloodfist will be getting his hero. That's gonna be that Kufra yet again. YV denied to Ryuga Esports, picked right away by Royal Rex, and we know how well he plays that hero.
Yeah, we have all seen the distraction caused by YV on the map. This is gonna be a tough game for Ryuga Esports. It's not gonna be like the previous game. Zodiacs really want the victory this time.
Your team is
Absolutely. Joe being picked yet again. Let's see what Ryuga Esports go for the ban. They can ban in the Akai. They can go for the ban on Mathilda as well. Since Zodiac do need a tank and they themselves have picked one, it would be wise to just ban out that roamer. Or they can even go and ban for an offlaner, something like a Paquito. Okay, there it is. There's the Paquito ban. Just what I expected. Smack.
And I think they should ban a good farmer, maybe some good jungler. Could be. What do you think the jungler would be? I'm really confused at this point of time.
Can be a Yi Senshin, arguably a Yi Senshin, a Claude, or maybe a Lancelot Hayabusa, or they might just go in for a mage ban, might ban that Kagura. They go for a Kagura ban as well. I was thinking of the Lunux as well, but let's see what Ryuga Esports have to answer that with. They are looking in for a Chango or a Whale. Chango would be a better pick in this scenario because she'll be going with a Meteor Shower on the YVE from a very good angle. Don't you agree?
I do think Change would have been a better pick, but this Sicilion can also do some great damage in the late game. It can counter the other picks by Zodiacs. So definitely we can look forward for a good gameplay coming in from Sicilion as well. And then this Esmeralda coming in, surely it would be a trouble giver to everyone on the map.
Okay. Stoner goes in for the high loss by Zodiac. So that's going to be a very aggressive early game lineup from Zodiac. Let's see what Ryuga have to answer that with. They can go in for a strong jungler. I might as well go for a Sun because he will be able to survive from that triple sweep of Saber by using his own ultimate. Because picking a marksman in this situation might be difficult. And Leo mode, alright. He comes up online fairly slow, especially as compared to Granger. So they will be looking in for that decent mid game. And they've got the Sicilian as well. So they have got the mid and late game. What do you think, just based on the picks of these two teams, Smack? Who do you think will get the win in game number 2?
For this one, I think it's gonna be the Zodiacs. Just their lineup is more stable. But Ryuga does have good picks. There's obviously the Chow on Silverhawk. We have seen how devastating he can be. Everyone is a fan of him. Obviously, even I'm a big fan of him. And then this Kufra Blurry Face. We have seen him last game. We have seen him in previous games. So even this Kufra is very devastating. And there is this Sicilion to carry on to the late game. He can just one-shot this Granger and YV if they do come in his second skill. So yeah, it's gonna be tough time for both teams. But based on lineup, I do think Zodiacs might take this one. They have a much more stable lineup, and early game aggression could be fairly coming in from Zodiacs.
Absolutely. Now, viewers, I've got the same question for you all. You've got the poll in front of you. Please vote for your team as well as share the stream so that your friends as well as your family members can watch this exciting game that's going to be between Zodiacs on the blue side against Ryuga on the red side. It's a match point in favor of Ryuga. Let's see if Zodiacs can force the game number 3 or Ryuga gets a 2-0 win and would get ready to be matched up against Ryzen. Now, looking at the all the picks, we can see that Stoner is helping Hate to farm. I would have expected Hylos and YV to just go in for the invade, disrupt the farm of Leomod in the situation, since they've got a very huge early game aggression. Plus, the revitalize on Hylos would have provided much better sustain, don't you think?
Surely, I think they should have gone for the aggression, but we can see some really good rotation coming in from Silverhawk as well. So maybe that could have been a sign of caution for them. So maybe that's why they stayed. Because initially the Silverhawk cut the lane and he just rotated. So Esmeralda also had to wait over there. Esmeralda couldn't rotate, and maybe that's why they did choose to help him with the buff.
I guess so. They're playing a little more defensive. They want those level 4, but Yuzhong goes in with his full combination. Saber being chunked out very low. Okay, Bloody comes up with the flicker, Tyrant's Rage. That's the first blood. Yuzhong secures it. Granger comes in with his Death Sonata. Leomord also jumps in. Is very low in HP, but look at Yuzhong. Extremely low. Flame shotted by YBE. Though she will be traded off in this fight. But I guess Granger and Hylos have extended way too much. It might be Leomord's triple kill, and yes, it will be. Do you think that I personally feel like that Hate and Stoner overextended? They should have retreated when they had the time.
Surely that is gonna be a big blow for Team Zodiacs. I think the rotation was pretty decent. They did manage to get a kill, but backing out was like pretty late for them. They should have backed out a little bit earlier. And
Agreed.
third
And now
contested contested right now. No contest coming in from Team Zodiacs. Ryuga did manage to take the turtle, and Leo mod is really high on farm right now. So he is gonna dominate the late game as well. The Zodiacs need to do something about this Leo mod.
absolutely. Plus, we can see a lane swap from Yuzhong and Silverhawk. Silverhawk can dodge that triple sweep using his Shunpo. He will not do that for now as the triple sweep gets the shutdown. Berserker with the kill on Silverhawk.
Surely, I think the previous lineup was better. The Yuzhong against the Saber, because Yuzhong is more sustained compared to Chow, and we can see some action going on in the bot lane right now. But the Yuzhong do manage to get back in time.
Oh, the
Uh,
moment we say Silverhawk being shut down, he comes up with the flicker, cheat kundo, and the way of the dragon into the tower on Hate. Massive shutdown. They will be taking the gold from that tower for sure.
He doesn't like to play on the back lines. He is the aggressive kind of player, and he would, if you kill him, he would definitely take a revenge on you. That's the kind of gameplay.
Absolutely. Okay. That was a very good Tyrant's Rage by Kupra, but not a proper follow-up as Leomod's ultimate is on cooldown. No Barbiel for now for Leomod. Okay, we can see the fight breaking out. Saber being finished off right away. Hylos, glorious pathway will not be casted. Real world manipulation. Okay, the Death Sonata secures a massive kill. Look at that HP of YVE. Sort of has to retreat. Sicilian gets the kill with a bat impact. And that's going to be the retreat. It's a 2-for-2 trade in favor of... I would say Ryuga Esports get that trade off.
Surely Ryuga did actually get this trade off, and they could have also gone for the turtle, but no, they choose to retreat. And the Saber going in, taking kill of Sicilian. This turtle is very important as of this point of time, and both teams are planning to contest it. Let's see who gets this one.
Hmm, I feel like it's going to be Zodiacs with a very easy turtle as Leomord is way far away from the turtle. He was taking his blue buff. He wanted his buffs first rather than the turtle. Now Silverhawk will be looking to freeze the wave against Berserker. He needs to jump in. Let's see if he goes in with the way of the dragon. No, he will just make sure Saber goes back. Will be going back to the tower. In the bot lane, we can clearly see it's a stalemate between Esmeralda and the Yuzhong. Reinhardt doing very well, is the one on who is actually dominating as he has got that level advantage or the EXP advantage for now. And the rotation from Zodiacs, they're gonna push this tower.
I think the Yuzhong should have rotated over here. Like he should have gone more
Oh,
defensive. It might be a big mistake on his end. Will he manage to survive this one?
I highly doubt that he needs to rush away. Glorious pathway by Stoner used already, but I don't think the angle was pretty good. We can see full team of Zodiac. The 5e will be caught in a very bad position. Silverhawk with the kill secure, but the Dead Sonata is coming in on the perfect time with the Tyrant's Rage on two people. Yuzhong jumps in. He did not recall. Will be punished by Saber. Granger gets the double. Hylos will get Kufra. 3-4-1 trade in favor of Zodiacs. They are coming back in the game very hard.
Surely, we would have seen earlier that Yuzhong was low on HP. Zodiacs would have like gone for the team fight, and Ryuga should have retreated at that point of time, but they decided to jump in. Yeah, they did manage to get a kill, but I think it wasn't worth it as the gold lead is coming back to where it was. Like, there's no gold lead at this point of time.
Absolutely. Now Saber might be caught because of that bouncing ball, and that's gonna be a very important trade-off because look at that top side. Silverhawk will be getting that tier 2 in the top lane. Saber is already down. Esmeralda will be fighting the Yuzhong in the bottom side. Yuzhong is losing that fight. Turtle being contested. Oh, massive Tyrant's Rage. Granger falls in the process as Leomord will deal that insane damage. Glorious Pathway was used, but for no, it's absolutely wasted at that point since it will not save the life of Hylos. Meanwhile, Esmeralda did manage to make Yuzhong recall, but I don't think so. Reinhardt would want to go in for this contest as it's literally a 4v1 in the turtle pit.
There are some great gameplays coming in from Blurry Face. He like all of this turtle is just because of Blurry Face, and he is a really great tank and very good roamer. I think Zodiac should really be aware of this Kufra at this point of time, or they would keep losing
Okay.
the team fights.
Look at the vibe. He goes in with the real world manipulation, but will be shut down. Glorious Pathway comes at a perfect angle, and Leomord will surely fall. But look at that Tyrant's Rage by Blurry Face as he puts Granger in a very tough situation. Triple sweep comes on. Saber will shut him down. 2-for-1 trade in favor of Zodiacs as they get the bot lane tier 2 as well.
The Sicilian also did manage to retreat in lowest of HP, even the Granger for that say. But definitely Zodiacs did dominate this team fight, and we can see Silverhawk going inside.
Yeah, Yuzhong also comes in with his Black Dragon form. They will get the shutdown on Hylos. They should have retreated. You know, this one thing, I can sense this in both these teams that they are not backing off when they need to. They are dying at the most unusual places where they do not, where there's absolutely no reason to die. Like, as soon as they push the mid lane tower, they should have just rushed back. Glorious Pathway was also available to Hylos at that point, I suppose. But they did not go for it. And in the top side, we can see Esmeralda might be a pinch. Purify has been used. She will retreat as there's no commitment from Ryuga.
Yes, and we can also see at this point of time, Zodiacs do have the turret lead, so maybe they can push to the victory. So I think they should maintain the push, and they should avoid ganks as much as possible and go for Lord as soon as possible. That would be a better strategy for them at this point of time, according to me.
Yes, absolutely. Now, let's look at the gold coming from both these teams. It's 29k for Ryuga and 28 for Zodiacs. Not much of a goal difference. Itemizations will almost be equal as Leomord has got the Bloodlust, the Borax as well as the BUD is looking forward to that Bloodlust axe, and it's going to be a very massive power spike. As we can see, Stoner uses his Revitalize as well as his Glorious Pathways. I guess it is a very perfect moment for Ryuga to just jump in for that Lord, as two major resources are already down. Botlane tier 1 taken down by Silverhawk, and Saber might be caught in a bad position. No, he goes in for the triple sweep. Oh, look at the sweep. No, he uses the way of the dragon, will survive. Silverhawk survives, and Ryuga gets the trade kill, shuts down Saber.
Yeah, definitely. This Chow is no hero to mess with. We have all seen him. I think they should not go for a single kill on Chow. If they are ganking, then they should maybe go for Chow. But Saber shouldn't mark Chow, I think, for now.
Red team hero has
Yeah,
been
but Zodia going for the trades in the top side. Get a shutdown on Yuzhong. We can see Lomot jumping right in. Goes in for the YV. Yana Esmeralda. Cillian coming with his bat impact. YVE goes down. She has no ultimate way of the dragon on Granger. Will get the massive shutdown. That's 2 for 0. It's going to be a 3 for 1 trade. It's a 4 for 1 trade actually. And will it be a wipeout? Yes! It will be a wipeout. Ryuga Esports 5 for 1 trade. Gonna rush in for that lot directly.
That was a really wrong dive by Saber. I think Saber should have retreated and maybe defend the turrets. We can see the top lane push is coming to the top turret. And the turret. And even the mid turret is taking some hits by the creeps. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. Now I can hear you clearly. Absolutely. So that was an overcommitment by Zodiacs, and now let's look at the farm differences: 38k to 32k. A massive farm lead for Ryuga Esports. That too at a very critical moment in the match. Granger has got the Hunter Strike. He has got the Endless Battle. Will be dishing out decent amount of damage, and the lifesteal from Endless Battle will help him to survive a little bit. Plus, the Brute Force Breastplate will stop the burst from Silverhawk. So I can say that it's gonna be a very crucial moment in this match. Esmeralda looking to come in from the top. Kufra jumps in the bottom lane, gets a Tyrant's Rage. Saber falls, unstoppable. Coming in, there comes the Glorious Pathway as well. Hylos will have to rush away. Real world manipulation. All the 5 members are caught in the area, but will retreat as Yuzhong had the Black Dragon form, and there was absolutely no one to dish out the finishing damage from Zodiac. But Lord most probably will be taken care easily. Oh, they're gonna lose the top lane inhibitor, I suppose. Leomot jumps in with his ultimate yet again. Ranger in a typical spot. Revitalize comes in by Stoner, but look at the bat impacts damage. There comes the falling star moon. They get the shutdown on Leomot. A massive trade in favor of Zodiacs will help them to defend the lane, especially that bottom side.
Yes, but the bottom lane turrets seem to be on just one hit HP. So I think one person can just go in and steal the turret as well. It's gonna be some insane pressure if that happens.
Absolutely, because that's just one shot away from the mega minions that might be jumping in from the bot side. But look at Reinhardt. He's getting a very massive shield though. Silverhawk manages to steal the red buff of hate. Whenever you're playing a Granger, the more important buff is the red one, as it gives you that soul of lava damage. And Granger needs that. Every jungler actually needs that. And it's a massive steal at this point of time, denying the farm, denying every possible way with which Zodiacs could catch up into that farm and get in those items. Ryuga will be freezing the lanes as they are doing right now. They will be waiting for the Lord that's going to come up in 73 seconds.
Surely, and they're just waiting for the Zodiacs to come out and secure some kills on them as well. So they are not pushing at this point of time. But I still do believe that one person should go and steal that bottom lane turret.
Yeah, but then again, we can see that Zodiacs also know the importance of that 1 HP turret in the bot lane. Stoner will be knocked up by the Yuzhong. We can see Bat Impact coming right away. Saber goes in for the triple sweep. Yuzhong will be finished off. That's gonna be a retreat by Zodiacs. I guess he overstayed a
But
little
you
and
have the real
overestimated his
advantage over.
survivability.
Yeah, surely, surely. That was actually some bad positioning by Helios, but Rayuga couldn't jump in at proper time to take the kill, and they had to lose. Unfortunately, they had to lose the Yuzhong as well.
Mm, I personally would not say that they should go in and expend their resources on Hylos, especially when he has a glorious pathway as well as a revitalize. So that's one thing. Yuzhong was going in for the poke, but got caught instead by the triple sweep from Berserker. Lord is up. Yuzhong will be back in action as well. All they need to do, Ryuga needs to do, is just clear off those minions and jump in for that Lord. Because of that, one person of Zodiacs will have to stay in the tower, in the crystal, to defend that lane. Stoner going in to provide the vision for his teammates. I think so. He is actually overextending a little bit as his teammates are far away. But then again, there's a glorious pathway which can actually help him run from the opponents.
Yeah, surely. But there is even this Kufra who can jump in to stop him, but that would definitely be extending resources from their side. So, yeah, it's a fair like tank versus tank thing.
Absolutely. So the teams know what's going on. Zodiac are still trying to wait out that Lord. Are they? They can just go in for a speed run right at this moment. The HP of the Lord is just 10,000. And I don't think so. Zodiacs would want to jump in. Hylos going in to provide the vision. Kufra with massive Tyrus Rage and Revenge on Granger. Triple sweep by Saber used on Kufra for reasons I have no idea of. Yusham goes in to zone out Esmeralda and Granger. There's no more glorious pathway available for Stoner. No, he has it. Why is he not using it? What? What is happening? That's a 1-for-0 trade in favor of Rayuga Esports, and they're gonna jump for the Lord right away. I'm still surprised Stoner did not use his glorious pathway. He survived by luck, and literally by luck.
Yeah, he did use his spell though, so maybe
But I,
that could have been one thing to save him.
but still, I feel like it's better to use your glorious pathway instead because it will slow down the enemy, heal you up, as well as provide you the mobility to run away from them, and its cooldown is lower than the revitalize spell.
Maybe he was saving it for the Lord contest. Not sure why he couldn't, like, why he didn't use it. And I had
Absolutely.
told you earlier that Rayuga does have all the late game heroes. So this, I think this Lord will eventually end the game. What do you think about that?
I feel so too because the waves are being managed perfectly by Ryuga Esports. Ufra goes in for the jump, does not have his. He has a sticker, will not overengage. Yu Zhong going into the zone out. Dragon's Rage has been used. They get the kill on Hylos, but Lord is locked down to the base, and they will get the Crystal 2-0 win for Ryuga Esports. They move into the lower bracket finals to match against Sap Dragon tomorrow. We will see if Ryuga gets a rematch against Sap Dragon, or will it be Ryzen Esports to meet Sap Dragon in the finals after tomorrow lower bracket finals. That was an insane match between these two teams. Ryuga Esports get a clean sweep on Zodiac. Smack, what do you think about that?
I think Zodiac did have a really good early lineup, but they couldn't actually take advantage of that great lineup. And meanwhile, Silverhawks just dominated the bot lane, and he did rotate pretty well across the map. And the Leo mod farmed completely to the end of the game, and he just destroyed the game. And obviously, Blurry Face, I had told you earlier, this tank is really insane, providing vision, controlling enemies, and vision, controlling enemies. And so, yeah, definitely both teams played well, but Zodiacs could have done better in the earlier game, but they couldn't take the advantage. So definitely Rayuga did take this. Hello.
Oh, really sorry everyone for that disconnect. Now that will be it for the final match as Rayuga Esports gets the win against Zodiac 2-0 clean sweep. They will meet Ryzen Esports in the lower bracket finals tomorrow to figure out which one of them will get a rematch against Snapdragon in the grand finals of Colt Esports monthly playoffs. Thank you all for tuning in. Like the stream and subscribe to the channel as we need those subscribers, guys. We need that support. And once you subscribe, please jump up onto our Discord Cold Esports server and grab that subscriber special role just to get the 24 hours updates earlier from everyone else. Thank you all for joining in. That will be it from